What's up, gang? So, excuse me. So we have some new tech to talk about. Just got the world record again. Just beat my old world record by 40 some seconds, which is amazing. Super proud of that. But there are still a bunch of holes in our game. Still a bunch. Um, Things that can be optimized, and I found one. I think for the Xavier hallway common area. This is one of the most difficult spots to optimize because of how claustrophobic it is. But because we've got Gambit, we've got some cool tools. So this is the combo that I come up with. It's a touch of death off of 111, and uh, it basically just it abuses some of the collision here on the side wall, which is actually pretty cool. So that is touch of death, like straight up. You cannot survive that. It's actually touch of death on both Toad and Mystique by only 33 damage, which is nuts. Every character has 30,000 health points. It just so happens that wins. That's crazy. That I've got 33 damage, and that is without the first punch hitting. So if a lot of times I'll like sort of walk in and do a little bit of this. Um, so yeah, and then you just do an air seek, which is actually an infinite. His air seek is an infinite. Okay, I'm still fine tuning this. But it's cool because it doesn't require any super meter. So there's no time slowdown there, except for the air seek. Obviously, the air seek up and down is still as a. There you go. So that is touch of death. Um, I think I have another touch of death on both Sabretooth and Juggernaut. I'll show Juggernaut. Um, Juggernaut can be very tricky on this level, but he's also probably one of the ones aside from Mystique that's most likely to be hit by 111 at the round start. So if you do something like this, actually that was a bad start. I guess we don't really need to build meter, but this, you need to get that little hop step in. We do our standard CCR. Mess that up. Let's see. You guys just trust me, it builds enough meter. I'm getting into my old training mode mindset. Bounce him up. Now this is actually, it's different from, bam. That does 30,630 damage. So that is another skin of the teeth round start combo. Touch of death. This time actually utilizing the the actual claustrophobia, these terrible walls that sort of you have to deal with in this level. As long as you're able to land that hit round start, you win. Juggernaut, obviously very difficult to hit if anyone's played this game. His legs don't really seem to have like a very reliable hitbox, which is very frustrating at times. But this, and he's actually super wide, so typically you're sort of crammed into that corner over on the left side of the screen. Wait, right here, right here. That's weird. Right there. So Sabretooth, we're actually going to show off Sabretooth. Um, Sabretooth, you actually, if you mess up, if you don't do it low enough to the ground, you will miss him because you're crammed in that corner. So same CCR stuff. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You break the vase, which is kind of cool. And this is, again, another touch of death now. It should be said, this combo takes roughly, I'm like, been writing stuff down like a madman, 13 seconds. 13 seconds. I think my fastest time on this map is 11, and that was with a bunch of like some dropped combos and a weird stun thing. I'm going to show this off actually. So we're going to set them to auto block. We know it's on because it does that. We're going to go through our standard combo. We're going to end with our level 1. Now, watch this. I do not know why the computer can't block, but I've actually had a match in the speedrun against Mystique where they got hit. And I don't know if it's because the computer straight up doesn't block in that moment, cannot block because they're up against a wall, cannot block because Gambit's like hurt, like the staff's hitbox is already inside their body. I don't know what happens there. I do know that that is a potential time save over the AirSeek version. I have to test it more in actual matches. So this whereas before I really did not want to fight here. I preferred the hangar just because if it's wide open space, you're able to get more CCR loops, and then you can just chip Mystique and Toad for like a 10-second kill. That's kind of what I was thinking now with guaranteed consistent kills off of a 1-1-1. So again, not always guaranteed at all. That would be really, really cool to get this and be able to do something like this every time with consistency. Like that's a dream, bro. It's a dream. So who knows? Being able to knock down timing on this would be awesome. Would be awesome. So that's it. Stop moving, Gambit. Hopefully new tech. I'm going to take a break from the game for a little bit and do some more practice. But hopefully I can make more tech videos like this. Later, gang.